What's up, y'all? Back on another episode of the Hustle and Motivate podcast. I got my boy, my dog, you feel me? A.N.T in the building.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Shit, coolin', bro.
For sure. What's up?
First one to show up, last one to leave out. Money.
Feeling alright. Fucking blasted, feeling fantastic, you know?
For sure. Hey, so, just tell the people about you, you know what I mean? Give them a little background on you, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit, I was born and raised in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? North side, on the pole,
Shout out to
you
Paul.
know what I'm saying? Big shit. Grew up mainly in the Rogers Park area type shit. But yeah, I mean, growing up as a kid, motherfuckers had many different interests. End up getting into this music shit, you know? Out here trying to tell my story like everybody else can.
For sure. So, one reason why I brought you on the show, bro, because I realized, you feel me, you consistent as fuck.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you one of the few artists that I know personally that's willing to invest in their craft.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So let them know, like, what's the process of you dropping? So when you get ready and drop, what's the process of you dropping?
Shit, really, my work ethic is what keep me, like, consistent, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So for all y'all young motherfuckers, I would say, like, develop a very solid work ethic, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Get some discipline about you, because that's going to help you keep the consistency flowing on the days when you don't feel like doing shit, you know what I'm saying?
You stay working, too, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, the inspiration can come from anywhere, and that's why I say the consistency, discipline, and all that shit, it go hand in hand, so
Definitely.
develop a solid work ethic, and eventually that shit gonna come into play. Because like I say, what my process is, I just make like a whole bunch of beats because I produce and stuff, you know what I'm saying, myself. So I'll make a whole bunch of beats, and through like 50, I'll make probably 50 or 100 beats, and out of those 50 to 100, I'll write songs to them and just be knocking them out. And then I'll sort it down and narrow it down to probably like 20 out of that 50 or 10 out of that, out of that 20. I'll make that a project and go ahead and just release that for the people.
For sure. Speaking of projects, you just dropped a project, right?
Bro, Zombie Mode, dropped that shit like a month or two ago, some shit like that.
For sure. So what was the inspiration behind that project, behind Zombie Mode?
Bro, like, as the last like 2 years, even today is a perfect example. Like, folks know I was with Stacks damn near from the minute I had to go to work type shit, end up going to work and still come off, get straight off the shift and go right back to it, bro. You feel me? So it's like,
First one to show up, last one to leave out.
you feel me? So it's like I ain't even get no sleep, nigga. Like these bags under my eyes is real. I be in zombie mode. Like it's another threshold of creativity that I be tapping into. So that shit, that's what it came to. Them dark hours, like, you know.
So you see a lot of them tracks on that album was late night, fresh off work, you know what I mean? Blasted, going to the studio, throw a beat on and we rockin'.
Fuck it, yeah, bro, go ahead.
For sure. What's up, it's your boy Hustle.T Erthang, your host of the new podcast, the Hustle and Motivate podcast. At that, I got an opportunity for you. If you a hustler, entrepreneur, if you just out here getting to the bag and you got a story to tell, and you want to tell how you get into the bag and hopefully motivate somebody else to get to the bag and inspire. Hit me up right now in my DMs. I got an opportunity for you to get on this podcast. Right now, this opportunity is not going to last long, so hit me up ASAP. I got more coming for y'all, a lot of giveaways and stuff coming. Big interviews coming with a lot of important people, so stay tuned. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Back to the show. So, all right, you got the project Zombie Mode. That's what's up, you feel me? Because I rock with that, you feel me? That work ethic, that consistency, you feel me? That's what pay the bills, for real.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For sure.
Okay.
So, all right, the project, who are some artists you worked with, you know what I mean? What you got out now, besides the project Zombie Mode, you know what I mean?
Right.
What else you dropping? You know what I mean? Who's some artists you work with and everything?
Well, I mean, like, as far as old placements go, I got some shit, like, I ain't never released. I got, like, some unreleased shit with Bo Deal and shit.
Okay.
So, shout out to Bo Deal, real ass motherfucker. Like, bro, folks,
Facts.
show love.
Shout out to Bo Deal.
You know what I'm saying? And, a couple other motherfuckers that I'm working with. Like I be working with Dada on the cameraman tip. Like we shot the first song to that.
Right. I just saw that. I saw that video. That video hot. Shout out to Dada Films.
Bro, y'all go check that shit out.
Where he been? Cause Dada, you know, I remember Dada, man.
Dada be everywhere.
I remember Dada from back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he was doing all the drill video, you know what I mean? The upcoming
G Herbo,
all that, you know what I mean?
King Louis,
all that shit, you know what I mean? Then it's like Dada disappeared for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I seen him where I've been seeing him working a lot lately. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even with you, you know what I mean? That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You tapped in with Dada.
Motherfuckers had kids. And that's another thing, kids will reignite that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you start understanding, like, it's push or shove time now. Like, you know, it ain't no more time to play. Like, I could just, when you ain't got no kids, you kind of do shit how you want to do it, at your own pace type shit. But when you had kids, it kind of, like, push you a little bit more. So, I feel like, that's just me on the outside looking in. I don't know if that's really what happened for bro, but I feel like that's really the sole inspiration behind him stepping up and working some more and getting back to it.
So who are some artists you feel like you inspire you? You know what I mean? Who give you your style of rapping? Who you look at as like, I fuck with them. You feel me?
It's gonna be cliche as fuck, but man, Wayne, bro, Lil Wayne. That man.
You say it's gonna be cliche?
It's cliche because, like, I feel like every other interview you hear now, motherfuckers gonna mention him to some degree. You know what I'm saying? Which is true because he evolved that shit. Like, he took it to another level and made it to the point where we, as artists, have to start taking the craft more serious and start having to, like, take our bars more serious and just be more creative and make that music more pleasurable for the fans and the audience. So it's like he stepped it up to that point to where we gotta maintain that standard. And the shit that he was saying at a young age when we was listening to it was mind blowing. So it's like, you know, that was the drive. When you really start stepping in, you want to be like the greats. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like Wayne. Definitely. If you was playing basketball, you want to be like LeBron, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be like Wayne. You know what I'm saying? A couple other people. You know, there's other people. Cole, Kendrick. So
you would say Wayne play a big part to your consistency?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. He got a documentary out where he say I just record. And that stuck with me. Like, I watched a lot of, like, I'm a student of the game, so I study, like, documentaries, and some of these artists are my role models. Put out certain like, interviews and stuff like that. I soak that stuff up, and it's like certain things stick out, and that was one of the gems. Like, I just record no matter what. Like, that's true key to his, like, he got many tracks. He got, he got everybody in the industry talk about his work ethic, and that's because he just record. That's all he do. He just.
So what made you jump off the porch and like, you know, I'm finna do this rapping shit?
I always kind of was into poetry as a youngster, and I had wrote a few little nursery rhymes. You hear me?
You was in poetry, bro?
Nah, I wrote poetry. I wasn't in it, but I wrote it. You know what I'm saying? I used to write poetry.
Did you used to? I used to go to like these poetry slams back in the day, you know what I mean? Shout out to Louder Than a Bomb, you know, I don't know if it's still around, but I used to go to this joint called Louder Than a Bomb, and it used to be some dope people. A lot of artists, to me, I feel like a lot of artists really are poets, you know what I mean? Because you're really just telling the story in a different form of words, you know what I mean? So
just finding different ways to express yourself.
Most definitely.
That's all it is. It's like, it don't even got to be rhyming type shit, but it's like when a motherfucker say something that's going to resonate with other people, that's poetry. You know? Like, that's true poetry.
Well, the reason I laughed was because I don't usually, you know what I mean? You don't usually hear that, you know what I mean?
Not a lot of motherfuckers be admitting that shit either.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't say they used to do poetry or they do
a lot of motherfuckers be scared to admit certain shit.
That's what's up, though.
Ain't no shame in my game, gang. I'm with it.
Facts.
I tell the truth. I come from humble beginnings, man. I'm a
First one to show up, last one to leave out.
It's your boy A.N.T. You now tuned in to the Hustle and Motivate podcast with my boy Hustle.T.
Hope y'all enjoying the show. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button right now. Right there. Right in the corner. Subscribe right now. The Hustle and Motivate podcast. Let's get back to the show. So let's talk about your humble beginnings. You know what I mean? Like, what made you who you is? You know what I mean? Or like, what What made you? What's the stories? What's your story?
Life, man. Like, okay, ever since I was young, I always been installed or conditioned and programmed to move with a purpose, and that I had a purpose.
Definitely.
And like, I wasn't just gonna be anybody, so I couldn't just be doing anything or hanging out with anybody type shit. So like, I always knew I had to start maintaining the standard about myself. And as I got younger, I was bumping my head along the way. But you start learning like, oh no, I'm better than that. Like I'm not supposed to be making these mistakes. I gotta get smarter. I gotta be. These people ain't telling me this stuff for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I lost my parents at motherfucking 8 months, years old. You feel me? So it's like, I ain't known them since I've been a shorty, since I've been a baby. I ain't got no real memory. So all I got is like certain situations, and I know, God work in mysterious ways. So ain't nothing just happened for a reason. It's no reason why I'm still here and they not type shit. It's a reason for that shit,
Definitely.
So that's why I use that for my motivation. That's fuel, fire every day.
Definitely.
It's your boy A.N.T. You now tuned in to the Hustle and Motivate podcast with my boy Hustle.T.
I can feel that. So what's something you would tell somebody that don't know you? You know what I mean? Like, you walking down the street, what's something you would tell that person that don't know you to get to know you? How would you advertise yourself on the street? You know what I mean?
That's a good one. I would tell them not to judge a book by its cover, man. Because, like, what I be noticing is, like, when I'm outside or just in public, it's certain motherfuckers that approach me, and then it's certain motherfuckers that won't approach me. And it's like, for some odd reason, I don't know, it's like my presence be somewhat unapproachable or, like, intimidating to some people. But it's like, never judge a book by its cover, man. You don't never know what the next man been through. You don't never know how open-minded he is or how closed-minded he is until you actually have that conversation and reach out and extend that olive branch to actually cover that middle ground and break that ice and gauge a person's real, true personality. But just looking at a person by their offset appearance, you can't really tell too much.
First one to show up, last one to leave out.
What's something you would tell them, you know what I mean, those little shorties out there, you know what I mean, who may have lost their parents, you know what I mean, or just going through the real struggle of being an artist, you know what I mean, investing in themselves, constantly being consistent? What's something you would tell one of them little shorties out there that'll motivate them to keep going and stay inspired and keep doing what you're doing?
I would say something like along the lines of some stuff that you had said on your podcast earlier. Because I caught a few clips of you saying some stuff about like keep grinding, you know what I'm saying? And like that stuff gonna pay off, whether you see the small results or see the big results don't really matter. It's all about just putting that work in, because eventually the chips gonna start falling into place. And like, we be hearing that shit a lot, and we be thinking that shit like kind of cliche, like I say before, but it's really true. Like, you start reaping the benefits from grinding and working, bro.
Consistency and putting in that work, you know what I mean?
It's key. That's key. Like, you learn a lot about yourself through the journey too, through doing that. Like, through being consistent, you start learning like, damn, this is the moments where I'm not inspired. This is the moments where I'm not. So how do I overcome them obstacles? You learn that through grinding, bro. So don't shy away from that. And when it come down to this street shit, do what you do in the streets, but stay dangerous, be smooth, and really try to stay out the way, bro.
First one to show up, last one to leave out.
Big facts. There y'all have it. Another episode with my dog, A.N.T. Make sure y'all go cop that Zombie Mode, out right now on all platforms.
All platforms.
You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's another episode of the Hustle and Motivate podcast. We out.
First one to show up, last one to leave out. Feelings on my line, don't test me. She